This is the first dog we're going to show you today. This is Murphy. Murphy is a 3-year-old neutered male Cocker Spaniel. Was given up because of allergies. Good with other dogs, good with kids. The family that gave him up said one of his all-time favorite things to do is snuggle. Again, he's confused as to where his family is. He doesn't understand why he's here. He likes to play. He likes to romp. I mean, this is a great pet for anybody. This is a great pet for children. This dog would fit into any house and any lifestyle. He's a happy, outgoing young boy. Big house, small house, apartment, anything will do for him as long as there's lots and lots of love there. He misses his family. He's very confused, and he's looking for a stable, forever family of his own. You're looking at Murphy. And this is Cocoa Pebbles. She's a 1-year-old spayed female border collie lab mix, given up because the family said they couldn't afford her. Save a Pet said they would facilitate feeding her. Oh no, we just don't want her. We want to get rid of her. Now she's probably better off than the other dog, because the other dog they had both dogs were kept in a laundry room, were not permitted to socialize with the family, were not permitted any contact at all. Those dogs were locked up in a laundry room all day long and just never allowed to be with anybody. When she came in, she was terribly unsocialized, not happy, not comfortable with people. She's a whole lot better now. She's shy, but sweet and loving, and has been great with all the people here. They're saying no small kids simply because they don't know how she would be with small kids. But outside of that, Coco just needs a home with people who will do nothing more than let her be part of the family and simply love her. This is Coco. Misunderstood is a 5-month-old male Amstaff rescued from a large kill shelter in Chicago. He was not going to be put up for adoption at all because they said they had too many Amstaff and Amstaff mixes on the floor, so they were simply going to euthanize him. Save a Pet rescued him, and he is a great deal of fun. He loves people. He loves being held. He loves to play. This is a wonderful, sweet, very energetic, very bouncy puppy who's not terribly happy because he's just had a bath, and he needs to run off all that bathy energy. If you're looking for a bundle of bouncy play, he is beautiful. He is sweet. He is loving. He is just a baby, and his name is Misunderstood. Don't misunderstand me. He needs a home. This is Hershey. Hershey is a 1-year-old neutered male chocolate lab, abandoned because he chewed on the owner's daughter's expensive shoes, to quote him. Found out that the family's had multiple dogs and has dumped every single one of them. Apparently animal control had been there several times because of problems with this dog. And finally they just decided they got rid of Hershey because they wanted a puppy. He's only a year old. He's a lab, and at a year old, a lab is very much a puppy. And it's hard for him here. He's energetic, he's young, he's bouncy, he wants to play, he does not understand. And he does sit on command. He's had some basic training, but on the other hand, he's a 1-year-old lab, which means that he's a hypermaniac. If you're looking for a playful dog that needs to get out of these cages, get a chance to run off some of that exercise. Just an absolutely terrific dog to have. Hershey's is wonderful. They are suggesting, however, kids no younger than 6 or 8 years old, because he is such a ball of pent-up energy that little ones might get knocked over. He's a sweet, loving boy. His name is Hershey's, and he needs to get out of here and run. These are Addie and Andy. These are Sheltie Boston Terrier mixes, a male and a female, 9 months old. They were given up because the owner couldn't afford to take care of them. They've been around little kids. They're good with dogs. They're good with kids. They're very young. I mean, they're babies at only 9 months old, but they're very bonded to each other. So the shelter would like to place them together with somebody who can take the time to train them up and love them. You see how they go to each other for security and they're safe with each other. Again, little boy, little girl, very, very cute, very young, happy, outgoing dogs, and looking for a forever home. And this is Little P, and everybody tells me Little P is absolutely wonderful. He is a Chorkie. That is a Chihuahua Yorkie mix. Good with kids, good with cats, and good with all dogs. She loves to sleep under the covers. She loves to give kisses all night long. She loves to play. She loves to bounce around. She is he, I'm sorry. He is outgoing and friendly and sweet and bouncy and absolutely wonderful. Can we turn him around or pick him up so we can see his face? Because very frankly, the back end is not nearly as cute as the front, and that face is absolutely gorgeous. He's sweet, he's outgoing, he's playful, he is energetic, he is tiny, and he's not getting any bigger. If you're looking for a little tiny love pet, this is a wonderful guy for you. His name is Little P. This is Lisette. Lisette is a purebred 4-year-old German short-haired pointer, spayed female. Typical of German short-haired pointers, she is a high-energy, bouncy girl, and does not do well confined to a cage because she needs a whole lot more energy than anybody can give her in a shelter. She is sweet, she's loving, she's good with dogs, she's good with cats, she's good with kids, she loves everybody, which is very typical. German short-hairs are just wonderful people. But she's miserable in the cage, and no matter how often they get her out in the play yards, it simply isn't enough. She needs to get out of this place. She needs to find someone who will run with her and play with her and romp with her and love her and permit her the luxury of loving somebody back who's not going to dump her. Her name is Lisette. She's looking for a stable, loving, forever home. Seamus is an 8-month-old neutered male min pin. This is an almost death row casualty. He was being killed because he was being naughty. Now, yeah, he's naughty. He's a puppy, and he's energetic, and he's in a cage. And when he gets out of that cage, he is a wild child. He's a min pin, and he needs exercise, and he needs somebody to romp with and play with. He's just full of energy. He was part of a Chicago puppy mill bust. His picture was on the front page of the Tribune, actually. He's so happy when somebody holds him and plays with him. He's like a little fish on a line. He bounces and he's a little guy with a whole lot of energy. And if you're looking for a small, bouncy, happy, outgoing baby who will keep you in fine physical shape by making you exercise, he's just got so much energy to burn. His name is Seamus, and he's looking for a home. This is Swiper. Swiper is our special needs dog. He'd been in Illinois Animal Control for a year. They all loved him there. They kept him there. They prayed for a home for him. They literally cried when Save a Pet offered to take him in. The one thing they had never done is test him for heartworm, and he is heartworm positive. So they've already started heartworm treatment with him. He would be adopted as a temporary foster, with Save a Pet paying the expenses of his medical care until such time as he's all well, and then he would become a regular adopted boy. He's always happy to see people. He wants to be outside. He wants to be loved. He wants to be cuddled. And you know what? A year of being in a kennel, a year of being isolated, and then to go through heartworm treatment, which is 2 months of no, I can't run and jump and play, it goes by. And when the dog is through with it, you've cared for that dog through a hard time in his life, and you've formed a bond that will never end. He is a beautiful, loving boy. He is sweet. He is kind. And I don't think he's ever said a mean word. I don't think he's ever said a word of any kind, very frankly. But if he could, I don't think he'd say a mean word to anybody. Swiper is just a doll. He's beautiful and sweet and loving. And he needs a special person who will take him in, care for him through his treatment, keep him laid back and quiet while he's getting medicated, and then when it's all over with, have this wonderful special dog as a permanent friend for the rest of their lives. His name is Swiper. Save a Pet is full of wonderful, loving dogs, cats, kittens, and puppies. Every one of them depends on the kindness of someone like you to give them a forever home. All About Animals would like to thank Steve Cairo and Cairo Animal Hospital in Highland Park for sponsoring the show and helping us find loving homes for these wonderful animals.